Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Dignified2K, and we are back with another video, guys. Today we are bringing back the post-scoring playmaker Nikola Jokic build. You guys killed the last video. You absolutely loved it. So today we're bringing it back on the threes, and we're going crazy. Now, I'll show you the badges. Now, of course, like I said, this post-scoring playmaker doesn't really get any finishing badges. When I hit legend, it's going to be crazy. But then you got 21 shooting badges. Now, I try to emulate a little bit more of Jokic's game. These aren't really necessarily the badges I would use all the time. We've got catch and shoot, green machine, pick and popper, volume shooter, which lately volume shooter might not be a badge for him. We got range extender, Deadeye, and deep fades. The playmaking badge is where it's pretty big for Jokic. We got floor general, Hall of Fame, post spin, quick first step. We put needle threader on. We've got flashy passer, at least on silver. Break starter, because you guys know he can just, shovel those passes up the court. And we got dimer. And then lastly, for the playmaking, or the defense, we just went for intimidator and rebound chaser. But guys, hopefully you do enjoy this gameplay. We're going to talk a little bit about Jokic as the video progresses. If you want to see any other 99 overall player videos, make sure to comment them down below in the comment section. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright guys, so we're back in the park, and before I get into the main topic about Nikola Jokic, I'll give you a little bit of the background of why I chose to play the threes. Now, Jokic's game is very well-rounded. He gets a lot of assists, gets a lot of rebounds, and he can also score the rock. And I feel like on the twos, you don't really get a good picture of how well-rounded this build can actually be. And I do believe this might be the best, three center build in the game. If you guys have missed this build, I will leave the link in the description. It's the playmaking and shooting pie chart, and the build plays exactly like Jokic. You can see right here, get screens, get the rebound, drop step, and we're dunking the ball. But first, actually, the next thing I want to talk about is Jokic in real life. All right, so I know I've got some Nugget fans out there. Y'all need to let me know what's going on. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched too many Nuggets games this year. Last year, I even went to a Nuggets game last year in Denver, and Jokic, he was going, I think I went and saw him against Portland towards the end of the year, right before the playoffs, where he went absolutely crazy. You guys need to go check Jokic's stat lines from last playoffs. Remarkable, and that's why I think that the hype was so big around Jokic. And you guys remember in the beginning of the year, I was even talking about Jokic being the best center in the NBA. Now, I know it's a small sample size. We're about 20 games in. I think they've played 18. And Jokic, for the past few games, I'll say past 5 or 6 games, he really hasn't looked like himself. Now, the Nuggets themselves aren't in too much of a bad spot. I do believe they're 13-5 right now as I'm recording this video, and they do play the Knicks tonight. So when you're watching this video, I do believe they'll be playing the Knicks, and I'm expecting a big game out of Jokic. Now, his numbers have dropped across the boards, field goal percentage, efficiency, even his usage, if you guys look at it, has gone down this year. And I went ahead and thought, maybe Jamal Murray's getting more touches. Maybe his usage is a lot higher this year. Maybe he's scoring more. Maybe he's playmaking more, getting more assists. And if you look at the stats, that really isn't the case. Jokic's usage rate is down. I remember watching some of the stat lines. I always check the stat lines because, like I said, Jokic has been one of my favorite players to watch the past couple seasons. I love the way he can facilitate, get his teammates involved. Even if some games he only scores 10 or 11 points, he might have 12, 15 assists. He'll have 11, 13 rebounds. It's something insane like that. He's always impacting the game. And like I mentioned before, the Nuggets really aren't in too much of a bad spot. Like I said, they are 13-5 right now. Jokic's not playing his best basketball, and a lot of people kind of put that towards him coming into the season. A lot of people say he's out of shape. I will say this, when I was watching him play against the Lakers, I did watch that game. A lot of his moves just kind of seemed lethargic. It seemed like he wasn't too involved into the game. It kind of felt like he was moving in slow motion. Now, I know a majority of you guys that are Nuggets fans, you know what I'm talking about. I want your input down below in the comment section. Let me know what's going on in Denver. What's going on with Michael Porter Jr.? What's going on with Jokic? Is there anything that I don't know about that you might be hearing around the town, maybe in the newspapers, somewhere on the radio? Let me know, because I want to figure this out. Jokic himself has came out and said that he hasn't blamed anybody. He hasn't blamed his coach for not being in the late minute games because he wasn't shooting well. And even against the Lakers, like I said, he shot 4 of 12. It has 5 turnovers, and he's just not playing the Jokic brand of basketball that we've been accustomed to the past few years. But let's talk a little bit about the build and the gameplay, guys. You can see like I said, I chose the threes to use this build because I wanted to show the offense. I wanted to show how I could facilitate, and I wanted to show how I could rebound. And we're going to start this game with an over those 30% contested shot on a glass cleaner. Now, a lot of the times when you play on the threes, you'll be going up against these 6'11", 7-foot glass cleaners on the center build. Now, what I have noticed, the majority of centers do not know how to guard, other centers that actually are, offensively good at the game. Not only just by spotting up and shooting threes or pick and pop, a lot of these guys can guard that. But if you can kind of use the post, do the pick and pop, go into the roll, and actually keep handle of the basketball and make, the offense for your team, a lot of these centers aren't accustomed to guarding that. So you can see right here, what I was trying to do in these gameplays is kind of facilitate through the post, and you can see that dot, and you'll see in the top right corner needle threader pop up right there. I do believe needle threader helps these passes go a little bit quicker. I might try using that on my Kobe build to see if that helps. And of course, the pass accuracy on this guy is astounding. As you can see, I dot the corner again with break starter, needle threader, all these kind of passing badges make these balls get just passed up the court so quickly, and that's what a lot of these centers don't have, and that's why a lot of people kind of go back and guard it, because a lot of these passes don't go that fast. And look at that little elbow pass, Jason Williams type pass right there, man. Like I said, we've got 5, 4, and 6. Now, this isn't a Jokic type of game, and you can see we've already got an A and our takeover, and that's why I kind of like having playmaking in my build, because I can get a couple assists. Even if the guys are cherry picking or something like that, I can get assists off that and still do my thing. So you can see we've got the ball again, hop step inside the paint. And this is another thing I want to talk about a 2K just a little bit. I don't really understand the contest system that much this year. I really don't get how that's contested, and sometimes it's not. But you can see we're going against glass cleaners, guys, and we've got 7 rebounds. We're going to end this game by dotting shoot on the right wing. Insane dot, 7, 7, and 5, a Jokic type of game. Now, again, like I mentioned, you go up against a lot of glass cleaners. This guy definitely, for sure, this game is 7-3. We're going to start off the game with a great steal in the passing lanes, dot it up. He's going to give the dunk. And that's the thing with Jokic. And I think, like I said last year, Jokic kind of had the ball in his hands a lot more often. And Jokic's usage rate, and I primarily think it's just because he's not getting as many minutes, is gone down a lot. Now, Jokic does facilitate through the post a lot, which I do enjoy watching. You can see you can kind of use it in the threes a little bit. It's not as, realistic, because there's not 5 people on the court, and there's not really set offenses ran through 2K, especially on the threes. Maybe on 5v5, that is. If you guys want to see a video like that, where I kind of play like the Nuggets brand of basketball, and look at that dot right there, and he doesn't end up shooting, but he hits it back out to me. The center's way too slow to come back. And again, that's why I like using this build, because I am 6'11", I'm able to shoot the basketball, I'm able to facilitate, and I'm able to even take some of these centers off the dribble. Even though my finishing stats aren't amazing, I'm able to get by them and still finish with like a dunk or a layup, because those stats are high enough to where I can get them. So you can see, again, 7 threes in here. We're being locked down on defense. They think it's sweet, but I'm telling you guys, another thing, if you don't know, Silver Intimidator is really all you do need this year. And especially if you don't have a lot of defensive badges, Silver Intimidator, put on like Rebound Chaser like I did this game, and you're going to be able to go to work. You see another little nice backdoor cut right there, setting big bodies for the offense. And I don't know, man, I hope Jokic can turn it around. Like I said before, make sure you comment down below. If you're a Denver guy, let me know what's going on, man. I'm interested in that team. I did mention that I did go to one of their games before, and they're fun to watch, especially when they're all clicking. They're a very high energy team. Jamal Murray's amazing. I like watching Gary Harris. Paul Millsap, you guys know I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, so Paul Millsap was an all-star in Atlanta, so I enjoy watching him play. Then, of course, Jokic is just a lot of fun to watch as well. Hopefully, they can turn it around. I enjoy their brand of basketball a lot. Like I mentioned, Jokic went crazy in the playoffs. Go look at his stats during that series against Portland, guys. He went absolutely insane. Jokic is an insane player. He's having a kind of bad stretch right now. Like his past 5 games, he hasn't even totaled 20 points. And I hope he just goes crazy against the Knicks tonight. I think this is a game where Jokic is going to be more aggressive, which a lot of people do talk about. A lot of these post players, these taller players in this brand of basketball, they always want to stretch the floor, and Jokic can't shoot. But I want to see Jokic be more aggressive, demand the basketball, go into the post, get himself 25, 30 points, and, get a little bit more dominant, get a little bit more aggressive, get that confidence back, and I think the game will flow back to him. So if you guys didn't see before, these are 2 centers, 2 paint beasts. And you'll notice right here, I do notice it as well. The centers just leave me wide open. in the paint. The past couple of possessions, I've kind of been, you know, just using screens. I haven't been demanding the basketball, just trying to get my guy open, and I'll spot up for him to ISO a little bit. But the center just sits in the paint every single time for some reason. I'm just telling shoot to dot me. And like I said, this build can shoot lights out. This jump shot has been cash for me. Even with catch and shoot just on gold. And like I said, some of these badges I don't even really use. So if I used all my badges, I'd already know I'd be lights out. So you can see it get a nice little backdoor cut again. Put the lead up to 6. And the game's about to be over, guys. But like I said, man, if you do enjoy these 99 player videos, if you want to see more 2s gameplay with some of these, let me know in the comment section. I'm trying to upload a ton for you guys. I do have a few really good videos I have in store. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. You can see another little flashy pass right up there. But we're going to end it with this last defensive possession. I'm going to show you guys how I can actually play defense pretty well in this build. A lot of people don't think the 6'11s with not a lot of defensive badges can play that well. Good defense, but look, we're getting a stop right there, getting the rebound. I was trying to go coast to coast to end it. Flashy at the shoot. Shoot kicks it back out to me. We're going to splash the 3. 3 of 3 from 3. You can't leave me open, man. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you smash a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. But it's been your boy Dignify, and I'm out. Peace.